Welcome to SND, I'm JR, and we are continuing our trip in Vancouver, and I have to say, this is probably the one that I'm most excited about. So just behind me is a restaurant called Elisa, and it had come to my attention that the Top Table Group, which is world-renowned, have named Elisa number 20, the best restaurant, number 20, as number 20. Am I saying that right? I don't know. The 20th best restaurant, steak restaurant in the world. Not just in the country, not just in North America, in the world. Number 1 in Canada, number 20 in the world. And just to give you some perspective, there's some restaurant in Toronto that was like number 73 or number 74 or something like that. Anyways, the cool thing is, and I think if you saw the, actually you haven't seen the intro because I'm doing it right now. So we're going to show you before we walk in the restaurant, the actual butcher where they get the meat, or a lot of the meat, which is dry aged, a lot of it, is right next door to it. So they get their beef from a lot of different locations. I think I have decided on a 20-inch bone-in prime rib, and we're not sure about the sides yet, but you're obviously going to see. I'm just super excited about this. I can remember, like it was yesterday, the best steak I ever had. 2001 in Calgary, High Steakhouse, 14-ounce New York strip loin. Cooked perfectly, seasoned perfectly. That was the best steak I ever had. So, I mean, number 20 in the world, let's see where this holds up. I don't know. It looks really cool inside. The atmosphere is really cool. And again, with the reputation of being the best in Canada and the 20th in the world, let's go inside and let's see what they've got.
Now this is Luigi and Sons, the butcher shop, which is right next door to Elisa, where they get all their meat from and where they do their aging. When you first sit down, they bring you a beautiful plate of artesian house-made bread with butter and olive oil. One of the sides that we ordered was sautéed broccolini, which comes in balsamic vinegar and chili flakes. And then also we got the onion rings, which are in a buttermilk batter and a ranch dressing. So the first steak that you're looking at here is from Pine Haven, Alberta. It's a grass-fed ribeye and it's been dry aged for 40 days, and it is 10-ounce size. Now this steak that you're looking at here is a 20-ounce bone-in ribeye, and it's an Alberta reserve steak. It's AAA Black Angus, and it's cooked medium rare. Now, it's really tough to see because of the lighting. The pictures do not do the food justice in this. And I think at this point, I was holding my knife upside down. So don't judge me, but this steak was melt in your mouth delicious. And I also had a good portion of the 40-day aged ribeye, and it was amazing. And a really nice touch was we let them know we didn't drink, so they brought us non-alcoholic apple juice. And to finish off the meal, a latte and something I've never had before, but I've always wanted to try, baked Alaska. So it's caramelized banana rum ice cream, brown butter cake, peanut butter crémeux, banana puree, and candied peanuts. I've only ever heard of this. I'd never seen it. So I'm like, man, I gotta try this. So this dessert was amazing. Like, if you ever go to this restaurant or Vancouver, you gotta try this. And if you look over my left shoulder, you'll see Francesco Aquilini. So I can say I've had dinner with him now.
Whew. All right, we're back and you've seen what we had. So I stuck it out. I had the 20-ounce bone-in prime rib. I don't remember where it was from. We also got the 10-ounce 40-day dry-aged prime rib, ribeye. So I had the ribeye, that was a ribeye. The sides we got were broccolini. You've obviously saw that, and you saw the onion rings. And then we finished everything off with the baked Alaska. I've never had baked Alaska before. About the steak. So the bone-in ribeye was excellent. It was amazing. I had it medium rare, and it was the marbling was amazing. The cook on it was amazing. The seasoning was amazing. You didn't need to add anything else. It was super delicious. I was also fortunate enough to have a good chunk of the 10-ounce ribeye that was the 40-day dry edge. And you know what? It was a little denser, I think because of the dry aging. So the marbling allows for it to kind of shrink a little bit and get a little bit denser and just have a little bit more flavor. And I really enjoyed that. So if I was going to go back, I would say between the two, I would go for the smaller, which was a little bit cheaper, and not the bigger one. So, yeah, I mean they were both excellent, but I don't know. I would have to say that the 40-day dry aged, the 10 ounce was a little bit better, and just the flavor. This is probably the best steak I've ever had. So that's all I can say. That's all I can say. And we are in Yaletown. I don't know the street. That's ah Helmken and Hamilton. So it's right on the corner of Helmken and Hamilton in Yaletown, which is downtown Vancouver. Now the baked Alaska. I've never had baked Alaska. I didn't know what it was to expect. I thought it was like a meringue, but I guess it was like a melted meringue over top of ice cream. And then there was like some peanut butter. There was like some candied bananas. There was a whole lot of stuff going on. That was crazy. I mean, I ate at least 20 ounces of beef, so I feel pretty stuffed. It was delicious though. So, not only that, Francesco Aquilini was in there. So if you're a Canucks fan, you know who he is. He was having a little quiet dinner, maybe figuring out why some of the players left that should have stayed. I don't know. I was going to actually ask him what happened to Zadorov, but he should have kept him. He was gold in the playoffs. I don't know.
And at this point in the video, I bumped my chest and I must have unplugged my brand new lapel microphone that I've been trying out.
We're great. That's all I can say. We're at Elisa in Yaletown. If you get the chance, if you have the means, come and check it out. We'll see you at our next stop in Vancouver with SND.